What's up, everyone? You tuning into Rightfully Structured. Uh, so I just had something to get off my chest. Basically, been dealing with it ain't everybody business, but to my family members that I don't talk to often with separation. Well, a lot of people know what's going on. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I'm good. I'm in my peaceful place. Somebody did something and it really disturbed me. Not even did something. It's been a lot going on. A lot of people working behind the scenes doing stuff, and they knowing what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and to whoever involved into what I'm talking about, you know who you are. I don't have to sit here and name and do all that other stuff. I let the Most High deal with that. But somebody called the police to my house. Now, to whoever did this, the police said my sister. Now, I got sisters. I got a good amount of sisters. I don't know who did that. But you have my number. If you feel like anything is wrong, you have my number. Call me. Don't take matters in your own hand like that and send the police to somebody's house because of what you feel. Don't care how you feel about it. You didn't have the decency to call me or whoever, text me or something. I've been in my own zone. I'm dealing with my issues, healing myself. But it seemed like a lot of people have a problem with respecting space and having boundaries. I ain't asking anybody for anything. I'm not going around begging for anything. I don't need nobody harassing me, trying to force themselves. I don't need none of that. Just give me my space. That's what I want. You need to try to make it seem like it's something more than what it is. I need my space. I'm not suicidal. It ain't none of that with me. I'm good. But a lot of people out there need to do some soul searching. The ones that pretend to be, I don't need to pretend. I made it this far for a reason. Respect people's space. That's the problem with a lot of people. Get offensive when somebody be straightforward with you about how they are or what's going on with them. Instead of respecting that, you want to feel some kind of way and do what you want to do about it. No, it don't work like that. Respect somebody's space. If you actually spend more time listening, you can understand better what somebody's saying to you. If you don't understand, you try to communicate to the person, not through third parties, not through people that you don't know, or people that you do know. Go to the person. Don't take matters in your own hands, because then you're gonna ruin stuff for yourself, ruin your relationships. I mean, peacefully minding my business. Peacefully. You don't even get it. I don't care what people think. I'm living peacefully, healing my own self. Don't depend on anybody to help me heal anything. No, I do it myself. Don't care what somebody assume or what they think, or it don't matter, because you don't know. And it's usually the ones that fail to understand or know something, you know, to grasp the other person's side of whatever. Those are the ones that are fucking problems. Because you're always forcing yourself in situations that you don't even try to understand. Take the time to listen and try to make things. If somebody say this, okay, I need my space. Give me a second. I'm dealing with a situation. Let a person be, man. Come on now. Don't go out of your way to do something. And now I'm gonna be looking at you funny, like, what the fuck? You gonna have somebody police come to my house to check on me like something's wrong with me? It ain't shit wrong with me. That really got under my skin. I'm not even trying to cuss, but that kind of like, oh, now I know I can't deal with you. Whoever you are, I don't even know if it was my sister. The police said my sister. But I see how I gotta proceed with that because I gotta find out who did it. Because it probably wasn't my sister. I don't know, but it could have been one of my sisters. But I'm not gonna tolerate anybody invading my space. Don't care who you are. I don't care who you think you are. Respect my space. That's the problem. A lot of people, they don't have any respect. Don't really have no respect. Because when it comes down to respect, it's like it spreads in so many aspects of you know how you can see things. Like when it comes to you respect somebody's mind, you can respect somebody's space. Respect goes far, man. So maybe you got some people out here that need to actually look at themselves, actually try to figure out, do they truly respect people the way they should? And don't get it twisted. I'm not coming out of a place of anger, because I know a lot of people probably gonna sit back and like think they got some little giggles or kicks out of whatever this is going on right here, because there's some other stuff going on, but I ain't gonna go on to that yet. Whatever this is, who sent the police to my house for no reason, I'm gonna find out who did it. I don't care if I had to get a lawyer and do the process. I'm not calling the police station. They're gonna play the runaround game. I get a lawyer and I find out who did it, and I'm gonna put a protective order on them, because apparently they don't understand something. You going out of your way doing certain things like that, and you ain't even try to communicate. You ain't try to text me. I don't care if I didn't answer my phone. If you text me, hey, is everything okay or whatever, and I don't respond right when you want it or whatever, give it a second, man. Don't take matters in your own hands like somebody's got some issue going on. I'm good. You don't get it. There's a lot of people out here running around like they're sane and everything is so fine, but really it ain't. It ain't. I'm dealing with my separation, and I'm dealing with it the best way I can. I'm not going out here, I'm not bothering anybody. I'm in my own house. I'm minding my business. I don't need somebody trying to force their way on me or doing something that's going to, create some funny attention like something's wrong with me. No, don't do that. Because I'm going to find out who you are, and I'm going to press charges. Stop forcing yourself on people. Whoever you are. I'm not even going to say my sister yet, but I know they said it. But anybody can call the police station and say something. Got a lot of people running around doing a lot of underhanded shit, and eventually you're going to have to start paying for all this stuff, man. You're not getting it. Whoever you are, whoever they are, because it's a lot been going on. It's been a you don't got no clue. I'm good. I see though. Some people I already addressed, I had conversations with, and just off of a conversation, they showed me who they are. I have people that don't even call me like that. But as soon as I've been going through what I've been going through, now everybody want to blow my phone up. And because I'm not responding the way you want me to respond or whatever, now it's an issue. That ain't fair. We all living our own life. But I had conversations with a few people and they showed me who they really are. If you're just strictly upset and stuck on the fact that I haven't returned your call or, little stupid petty stuff like that, but you're not even concerned about what I went through. Yeah, I didn't tell everybody what I'm going through because this is not new. This ain't no, basically, I don't like putting my business out there like that. I mean, why would I? Because most of the people that out here, they're going to sit there and run their mouth anyway. For all I could save all that, it's unnecessary. Don't need to know everything that's going on in my life because majority of the people don't even care in the first place. They just want to know something. But I talked to a couple people, well, a few people, and they showed their hand. I'm telling you, I get it. You upset, and I apologize. Blah blah blah. I let you know. Look, I need this and that's my space. And one person, in general, I told them straight up what I was going through, and they just kept telling me about how they feel and what they're going through and why I didn't answer the phone. I'm like, what is the objective? What are you looking for out of this? I'm sitting here, I'm going through a lot too, but I'm dealing with it differently. I'm trying to deal with my emotions and how I see things correctly, which I am. And I'm not going to let somebody come and try to contaminate things and project all your negativity in my life. Anybody truly concerned, they're going to respect a person's wishes and how they see things. It's not about you. It's about the person that's going through whatever they're going through. It's about healing. So if you calling or you texting and you're not liking the way things are and you're not going to sit there and enforce your way on anything. It's not going to work. I will cut you off completely. I don't care who you are. Because right there, you're showing me you don't have any respect. Doesn't matter what I went through or how long I took to return your call. That doesn't matter. Let me deal with me. Majority of people already know. Got people sitting back and acting like they don't know what's going on when they know. A lot of secret agendas out here. Yeah, that really kind of like touched me a little like the wrong ways. I'm like, dang, they called the police to my house. Talking about your sister was worried about you. Hey, I swear. Ugh. I'm in here taking care of myself. Because I've been in the house or whatever the case may be, or however somebody want to look at things, don't try to sit there and try to put how you see things into my world, because apparently you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. And I'm quite sure whoever took the time to do that, they probably don't even have a clue what's going on with me, because they probably wasn't even my sister in the first place, for all I know. But all that, I'm going to tell you now, all the little sneaky, underhanded, behind the door stuff, it need to stop. I would start calling shit out that's been going on. Need to stop. To those that know who I'm talking about, there's a lot of people ain't. I'm not worried about that. But if it ain't got nothing to do with you, cool. But it's a lot of people knowing what's going on. There ain't no mental health issues over here. Trust me. Ain't none of that. That's why I don't want to be around anybody, because I don't need no projecting. I need somebody trying to project how they see things onto me, when I know I'm aware of my life. I know what's going on with me. I know how I feel, and a lot of people out here don't know how. You can't say the same. So that's to the ones that put themselves in those type of predicaments around those kind of people. You got to be careful, because projecting is something serious. Projecting their problems onto you. And if you're dealing with somebody that been doing that for a very long time or so, then it will overcome you. You eventually start seeing things in their light, but they're just projecting it, stuff onto you. You ain't got to worry about none of that type of weird suicidal or none of that stuff with me. I love myself too much. That's why I had to separate myself so I can understand myself better. But because that's not an ordinary thing for a lot of people, then people going to see things funny, because that's not what you used to. And what's understood don't need to be explained. Don't send nobody to my house. Don't do none of that weird stuff. If I didn't invite you to my house, don't come to my house. Simple as that. Don't force yourself, because you're showing me who you are. You don't get it. I know. And maybe that's part of somebody's agenda right there, sending the police to my house. Like, something could be wrong with me, to paint another narrative. Like, no, stop. I already had somebody break in my car and snatch the panel off the side of the where the radio at, which I already got a clue what that was about. They just snatched it off. So usually when you snatching something off like that, it's because you did something. You had something in there and you came to take it. I'm gonna hint on that. And ever since I experienced that, yeah, I've been on full alert, because this been going on for a while. There's people out here, gotta be careful out here, man. Got people out here that want you to self destruct. Pay attention. People's behavior and weird stuff. That you're getting all types of signs. So the ones that it will matter to. A lot of people ain't going. They're not going to understand that. I had to change a lot of things because I started seeing things for what they really are: people, places, things. And when people realize that you're not a weak person, so they try to turn up the heat and do little extra dumb stuff to get a response, to make you feel some kind of way, to try to even basically destroy your life. I'm very aware. I don't bother nobody. But don't take my kindness for a weakness. Like, just because I'm a kind person, this and that, I'm just a scared person. No, that's not the case. It's just the fact that when you've been through so much, you look for better. That's at least in my world. You look for better. I don't want to keep living the same way, the same cycles, doing the same stuff, being around the same people. It ain't changing. I don't want to do all that. For those that eventually, when they come to that point in your life when it's time for a real change, you're going to see. You're going to see. You're going to have a lot against you. But you must understand that no matter what, you got to stand tall and you got to do what's right for you. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what. Do what's right for you. You might have to do a lot of changes because of toxic situations, whatever the case may be. You're gonna have to change for you. Yeah, that it might hurt. Shit probably gonna hurt, yeah. But what's gonna hurt worse? Changing without a view of what can happen for the better, or staying in some toxic shit that you can't shake and it just get worse. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna keep it real. I've been gang stock for a while now. Seriously. When this first started, I thought I was tripping. Because it was just like out of this world, the type of behaviors I was seeing out of people, and people, the way they're driving and everything. But over time, because I've never been no dummy, just, I catch on to things quick. I started seeing the patterns. I started seeing certain cars the same. No matter, even when I switched my schedule or whatever I did, try to do it differently, I realized that these certain cars or certain people, or sometimes it got even deeper than that, like more cars, different cars, was just following me. Yeah. It might sound like something crazy to a lot of people, but nah, definitely. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm very aware of what's going on. And because I became aware of what's going on, I stopped everything to focus. Because I wasn't going to sit there and allow it. You're not going to play me in my face. And I slowly started breaking it all down. Start figuring it out. You gotta protect yourself out there. This is to some people, somebody that it might matter to. Pay attention. It's a lot going on out here. And just because you don't have an understanding doesn't mean it ain't real. Because I tell you this, it took me a while to say something, to actually process it correctly. I held my fucking grounds. I held my ground, and I didn't blow, but at the same time, it was like, dang, like everything else around me is like trying to play normal. But this is one thing I know. If it's really an issue over time, oh, you can't hide it. Because the flaw is going to show. That flaw is coming. And that's when I started noticing, yeah, there's a lot of flaws here. There's a lot going on. For a lot of y'all that don't understand, I want you to look up gang stalking. Look it up. This is going on it's going on with a lot of people out here. And it's not a mistake. Nobody's crazy. I can't speak for everybody. Maybe it is somebody that, if somebody not sober, they're always doing stuff, and maybe it come off that way, but I know on my behalf, and I did my research. This is a while ago. This shit is happening to a lot of people. So believe it or not, if you notice anything around you funny, then you must be doing something right. I'm going to tell you that right now. I done dealt with this for a while. But the deeper I got in it and the smarter I got with it, the less it became, even though it still occurs when I leave the house, when I go places, I see it. It's obvious. Shit is sickening. Very. I don't know, I can get deeper into all that on another time. You gotta start paying attention around you. But I'm gonna say this, a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But this is the thing. You sit there, you play these little games, and you think that you're getting away with something, but we all got an answer in the end. Just because we in the physical, you running around, you think you're getting away with everything? No. It's not the case. You're going to have to answer. We're just a spirit in a physical body. So you run around here, you doing stuff, and you think you're getting away with it, but when you go, you're still going to be alive. So you don't get away with it. You're just going to deal with it in the spiritual world. You don't get it. You could take it for a joke. You could do a lot of it. It doesn't matter. Because it's the fact of having facts and knowing the truth. You're not getting away with it. And there's a lot of people that got away with a lot. They got away with a lot. I'm very sure there's a lot of people out here that got away with a lot. But this is the thing. That's all it takes is you to run into the right situation it will change your life for the good or for the worse. So as of today, it's time to start making better decisions. What do you truly want? If you want to live in regret over stupid stuff that build up, or you want to choose a better path and just like, you know what, I ain't trying to live like this and live peacefully. You ain't got to look over your shoulder. You ain't got to do all this little weird stuff. You see, sitting back shaking my head, for real. Because I'm very aware. I don't care how people look at me. Because at the end of the day, I know. I know where I stand. And I can say that. No matter what you try to throw at me, you're not breaking me. Take my physical, but you ain't taking my spirit. Can't break me with that nonsense. Definitely look up gang stalking. Some people gonna see this video and they already gonna be like, oh shit. Some people gonna see it and they gonna probably look it up, look into it, try to understand. Some people gonna think it's a joke. That don't matter. It's about getting the message out there. Because I would be the fool to sit there and allow something to continuously to carry on and not say something. Doesn't matter what it could possibly happen. That don't even matter to me because enough was already done. And just imagining what I went through and hearing other people's stories that went through the same thing, people I don't even know, and people that's going through it as I speak. It's painful. It's like, damn. It's a good thing to know that I wasn't alone, but it's painful because a lot of people probably then killed themselves up behind this type of stupid shit that's going on. Somebody that can't stabilize their mind and they're in a situation like that, man, that's like borderline. That would make somebody borderline suicidal. But that's not me. I done been through too much. I've been through a lot. To sit there and let somebody play with my mind and make me feel some kind of way. Nah, you're not doing none of that. All you're doing is just building up karma. And if you think you got away with it, it's just a matter of time. I'm going to tell you that right now. Look me in my eyes. It's just a matter of time. You're not getting away with it. Doesn't matter what you do. You can do interferences. You can do anything. But this is the thing. You're not going to get away with it. You're not going to sit there and continuously destroy people's lives. People are losing. People are getting their lives destroyed out here right now. While everybody's sitting around worrying about entertainment. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good to entertain yourself, but sometimes you got to break free and actually mentally grow. You have to mentally grow. Everything ain't what it seems. Don't fixate yourself around no job and just trying to work your job, come home, do all these weird cycles. No, it's like a hamster in a cage. And I'm starting to understand. I've been understood that, not starting. I'm understanding it. Basically creating yourself into a robot. You fix yourself. So when it comes to things outside the box, it's harder to actually create because you're used to certain things. And that's fine. That's cool. I dealt with it myself, dealing with it. But it's about growing. Just got to start looking out for each other out here. It's just too much. Some people, they too far gone, and I see it. I can look people in their eyes and I can see it. I see life in a totally different view. A lot of people, they are so fixated on looking at somebody in their image and they want to criticize and they think they know what somebody thinking or how they feel about things. No, you don't have a clue because I don't express myself that much to a lot of people about a lot of things. There's no need to sit there and make myself an open book because I'm focused on myself and trying to learn more. So why would I make myself just an open book? It's not just about being an open book. Especially to somebody that's not equally yoked. If you're not equally yoked mentally, then I can't open myself up to you like that because we're not equal. That doesn't make me better than anybody, but you gotta be careful who you open yourself up to because a person could be on a certain level that's not compatible to you. Then you find yourself being drained mentally because this person is always going to be pulling on you, trying to make you feel some kind of way, always trying to do stuff to bring you down because they don't like where you're at on your level. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do none of that. So the best thing they do is try to take it. Their best thing. Telling you, man, this world is wicked. But this is the thing. No matter what, you have to stand strong. Doesn't matter what somebody else decided. Doesn't matter what somebody else is saying. What are you saying? What are you deciding? How's this going to affect your life? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody going to do that but you. And if you have somebody that's willing to do that, and you screw that up, I'm sorry for you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, ain't too many people going to make that decision for you, the right decision. Especially if it's a wrench thrown in the whole situation, some money involved or anything. Oh, you're gonna start seeing let something that somebody with lust for get involved, and then you're gonna start seeing people for who they are. Doesn't matter how long you've been around somebody, doesn't matter if it's family, doesn't matter any of that. You're going to start seeing people for who they are. If you have people around you that truly care and they're trying to grow and they're growing, continue to help each other and push with that growth. The minute you notice that growth stopping and over time it's just not budging, you need to start reevaluating. You need to start looking at that situation and like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Am I going to sit here and allow it to, you know, grow into something I don't want, or I'm going to deal with it right now? Because change is going to happen whether you wait for it or you take a charge of it and make it happen. It's going to happen either way. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not, I want nobody taking that the wrong way. I'm speaking from my experience. I put a lot of faith into the wrong people and things and stuff like that, thinking that things was going to work a certain way. But really, now I know that I wasn't putting enough faith in myself because I seen a lot. I saw a lot that was coming, and I chose to overlook it because of my heart and the way I felt about somebody. But really, that's what got me in trouble. Not in trouble, but that's what put myself in the situation I was in, a pain or whatever. But that's what it is. It's a part of life. You're going to go through stuff. You got to be prepared for that. And you might go through one day a couple of issues or 3-4 issues, and you had a really bad day, and then go through like a whole month with no problems, and then the cycle begins like 5 days straight with problems. Try to learn how to adapt to the situation. You can't avoid stuff happening. That's just what it is. But the goal is to keep yourself stable and happy. That's the goal. That's the hard thing. But that's the best thing. It's easy to give up and just let things happen. But what do you really gain out of that? In the end, after everybody and everything that got done with you, it just puts you in a really dark place that it's going to make it harder to get out. So before you even get to a point like that, it's best to just deal with the situations at hand. Facing stuff. Because everything that you face is just another notch on the belt. That's going to get you ahead right there. Okay, I know I don't have to worry about that issue no more because I dealt with that. So it's going to become a memory. You're going to see this every time you go through a situation and that arises. It's going to be, okay, I know how to deal with this. Sometimes you might have to amplify it a little bit and adjust, but you still figured out how to deal with it. So that's how it should be in every situation in life. In order to move forward, in order to find peace, you got to learn how to deal with things in the correct way. No more sweeping it under the rug. No more indulging in a bunch of stuff that's just going to basically cover you up for so long and screw your life over. And then one day you're forced to deal with everything at one time, which can possibly turn to suicide because now you have to deal with so much. I don't need to pretend. I don't need to do things to, attract attention. I don't care for none of that. My objective, actually seeing a peaceful place in me. I want trying to help somebody else actually see the same thing. So I'm quite sure it's a lot of people that don't. They think they have a peaceful place in them, but they don't. They just found a way to deal with things. But dealing, I don't, dealing is like patching. Facing it, it's sort of like dealing, but you're correcting the situation so that you're dealing with it in a better light. You're not just, when you feel this situation, you're pushing it off and you really don't know how to deal with it. But when you're dealing with it correctly, you see it, you remember how you corrected it in your mind. It eases everything inside of you. You let stuff go. You don't not holding stuff against people. Doesn't matter how they made you feel. Can't carry that around. Because at the end of the day, whatever the situation may be, that person they probably don't even, not even thinking about what you're thinking about. Here you are, you walking around burdened. You're burdened, you're just thinking about this stuff. And this person probably not even thinking about it. Probably never even thought about it after whatever happened. So really it's just your burden. So you gotta learn how to push forward. Respect people's space. Work on actually being a better listener. Because that goes back to what I was saying earlier when I had to address a couple of people. And it was more like, I'm the one dealing with something, but they're upset because I didn't call or whatever. That's do you know how that sounds to somebody? I'm not upset. I'm just coping. With the Buddha at the Buddha temple and stuff, what they do, they go and they meditate and they actually, release a lot. It's the same thing. Stop misinterpreting stuff and forcing stuff on people. Stop creating drama. Because I tell you this, if it was intentionally or whatever the case may be, I probably don't even have to go and file no charges, get a lawyer, and probably don't even have to do all that because it's bigger than me. You running around, you doing stuff that you don't supposed to be doing, and then you know what I'm saying, you probably get your little giggles and all that, but really, you just, all right, enjoy that, and then you gotta prepare yourself for karma because that's what you gotta deal with, and that ain't with me. I peacefully let it go. That's why I'm speaking out on it now. Peacefully let it go. I don't sit and worry myself about somebody's ignorance or none of that. But just know this world is built off of karma. And a lot of y'all need to get it through your heads because you don't get it. You sitting around, you doing stuff, you know it ain't right. You probably been getting away with it for so long, but you never thought about the day when they probably gonna come to an end. You might need to meditate on that to who it may concern because Life ain't no joke. It's not a joke. Keep doing wrong, and you're gonna wake up, and it's gonna be you're gonna be in a real nightmare, wondering how everything happened, and whatever the case may be, however, the Most High punish you for what you're doing. That's something you gonna have to deal with, not me. But you going out here, you attacking the wrong people, and you've been getting away with it for so long because you've been attacking. What should I say? The right people, because that's how you got away with it. But now you're attacking the wrong people, and then this is the time where you're gonna have to start dealing with judgment. I don't have to do anything. That's something I had to learn. People get so upset, and yeah, I get it. I still have my times. You're human. You're gonna feel. But just know, once you understand who you are, can't let nobody take that from you. I already know my light hurts a lot of evil people's eyes. I know. I just sit back and I play stupid because that's what y'all doing. But I know. We all got a chance to change things. Can't be looking at everything in the physical, because that's not really what it's about. When you leave this, when you leave your body, that body's not going to matter. Put in the ground or cremated or whatever, it's not going to matter. You're still going to be who you are, which is a spirit. So don't think you can run around out here and do whatever you want to do, and that's just the end. Even if you die, you still gonna have to deal with it. Fallen angels, it gets deep. You gotta be careful how you living in the physical. You get caught up in that lust and all this materialistic stuff, and you think that's where it's at. No, it ain't where it's at. It's good to live comfortable. You shouldn't have to want for anything. So that I understand. But when you willing to go and harm and do things that you know you shouldn't do because of what you want, oh boy. It's your life. You'll figure out how everything gonna roll. Roll that dice. Roll the dice. But I tell you, it's a lot of people that roll the dice for their first time, whatever. They made a stupid choice and couldn't come back from it. So now it's time to start making sure that things count. It's easily to be tricked. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Say you in a situation that you basically can't afford something, or you feel like things are not good enough. Things can change. You gotta change your mindset. It can happen. It starts with you. A lot of people don't know that, so they get frustrated, they get anxious, and now they gotta go do something that that can end up possibly not even being free from it. We all got a choice. And it don't make it any better is that you get these people, say you got a group of people, they all did something together. And now when it went sour, now everybody started telling on each other. Shit's like, what the? Everybody agreed on this. And now as soon as it fall to the floor, now y'all ready to cut each other's throat. There's no honor within thieves. Please tell me how that worked. I done seen this so many countless times. You're honoring the wrong people. There's no honor amongst thieves. You get the honor of the wrong people. And then when they show you who you are, or who they are, whose fault is that? For real, whose fault is it? Because at the end of the day, they didn't control you. You had your decision. You had your decision. You chose what to do or whatever. Even if it's some manipulation involved in it, I mean, you chose. Chose to deal with what you deal with. Same thing in my life. I ain't gonna make no excuses for anything. Because what I've been through made me who I am. That actually made me stronger because I got stuff that actually backed me up on how I became. So I'm able to see things from different perspectives. I don't need to go to school to be able to talk the way I do, none of that. I don't need to. I can see things like a map. It's like you visualizing, all right, you got two different routes you can take. You got the good route. Now, you visualizing all the paths and anything that can possibly get in your way, but you can see the finish line or whatever, and you can see the happiness out of that. Now, this side, the bad side, it might not even have that many like obstacles in the way for real. But you can't really see the finish line clearly. It's almost like you can see it, but it's an illusion. Because by the time you walk this road on the negative side, you might not even experience anything. But all you need is that one time that when you make it to the line when you think it's finished and you ain't finished. Now you in something so deep and your whole life turned upside down, and that's the nightmare. But if you'd have just took the good side, yeah, you're gonna have all these obstacles. It ain't gonna be like the road on the negative, on the bad side. But it's the goal. It's what you achieve in the end. The real achievement. On the bad side, it ain't too much that you're gonna achieve other than materialistic things. But if you're walking on the good, you can achieve mental and physical stability, abundance. You gotta be careful. It's not You can't mix the two. You gotta understand before you take that path, what possibly can happen. You need to understand this. It's not about what you see in front of you. Somebody can slam $5,000 on the table right now and be like, "Look, I need you to just go and get this car over there." And all you doing is seeing this money, but you're not even seeing what can possibly happen. Visualizing that road, what can possibly happen. Yeah, you might have the money, but now you gotta make sure you do go through all this stuff and possibly might not even be able to celebrate the money and lose it too. Is it truly worth it? A lot of people, hey, it might be worth it. If you choose to walk that side, you gotta make sure you understand what's in front of you. And if you get caught up in your own shit, then just take it. You knew what you was doing from the jump, so take it. Take your stuff. That's the good part out of the situation. That's the true honor out of it. So it is honor that can be delivered from a situation like that. To actually start correcting things you put in a situation, and you know, all right, damn, I'm done. What can I do to correct it? Seriously. People don't understand. We go through things. I don't care how hard it seems. You still have a choice. You're still alive. So you still have a choice. What are you going to choose to do? Sit back and just let everything happen, or try to make a difference, make a change for the good. And just having the strength to be able to do that, you'll be surprised what can happen. That could change your life for the great. I appreciate y'all listening. I probably said a lot, and hopefully you got some people that actually take what I'm saying, and to whoever, don't take it personal or whatever, just actually listen to it and make sense of it. Because I said what I said for a reason, and I know it's going to reach some people that it's supposed to reach. Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time.